What's going on, guys? Everybody, welcome back to your pre-market watch list today. Really, what we're going to focus on, main stocks, RHE, VXRT, and OCGN for right now. So we're going to go ahead and pop on and start looking at the stock VXRT. So VXRT had pretty much crashed today from 1285 all the way down to 922. So pretty much stock went through kind of a big drop. And this was on news of, I think it had to do with their earnings. VXR shares are trading lower after the company reported quarter one EPS and sales results were down year over year. And there's some couple other things about some of their trials of their oral norovirus vaccine, something to do with COVID. So either way, VXRT tanked. Pretty much our trade on it today was a long down here. So this dotted line, yellow line, and blue line was our long bias price. And the long move started at 921. And when it started at 921, it was actually trading off of the intraday 3 deviation level. And then this dotted line and yellow line were long-term target bounce levels. So we figured this was going to be the dip buy zone for today on VXRT. And so far it's worked pretty well. All right. So if we look at the stock here on the screen on the right, you'll see how we got all these price points to go for a long, okay? So we'll start here with the 4-hour chart. You can see the 4-hour chart has this yellow line, so we put a support level there. We'll go to the daily chart. When we go to the daily chart, you'll see that there's a dotted line right here, so we'll just add another red line. So you can see there's 2 red lines. And then the intraday blue line was here. So again, if you kind of zoom out on the 4-hour chart and just take a step back and look at it, you'll see that we went from blue line on the top, so we went overbought, pulled all the way back down to some new trending targets. So essentially went for a big long move. We've pulled back almost 50% of this long move into trend line supports. Figured it was probably the dip by location for the stock VXRT today. So for now, pre-market going into the open, probably slightly more long bias on VXRT today. And then we're probably going to watch it, slightly bearish, let's see, around would it get all the way back there? It could. Yeah, so our bearish zone is going to be once the stock enters this 1002 to 1054, I would imagine, with being more bearish around the 1050. So I think this can break up even more and then push more into like maybe even 1050 zones and then sell down. So for now, we're long bias VXRT going towards the open, into the open, and then we'll be more bearish. So we're not going to be long bias for much longer on this, and anticipating we might try to roll down again going into market open. All right, next stock is RHE. So RHE is up some this morning. It's kind of going through a slight long press right now, or at least trying. We kind of want to be a little more long bias on RHE today, only because the chart looks pretty good. So if you go to the 4-hour chart, I mean, that was a strong push from yesterday. Today, it still seems strong. I feel like we can go for another long move. Our current support is at 867, which we've dipped below a little bit this morning. You can see this red line coming into play at 867. You'll see that once the price broke 867, it jumped because that was resistance, right? So if we look at the screen on the right, we pushed up, you can see it sold down Friday, and then this morning we were opening up, this morning we opened up below that red line. So the red line's here, we opened up below that. As the market came up, we broke out, we came back down 2, we bounced, we came back 2, we held, and now we broke above. So right now, this is the support. So if the market on RHE is going to continue, we needed to sustain these prices here. So we've already added a little long bias into RHE in this dip. Actually started buying it on this little green move up and have held since because we're trying to support the market here. We're not waiting for support. We know where support levels are at. So we have already jumped in on RHE this morning here because we know this is support, and if we're strong enough to support it, we can push a move this way. So we've come in, we've tried to support the stock where it needed to be supported. So far, the market is trusting it and relying on that support system. So on the long side, where we're expecting it to potentially go, first target up would pretty much be back to the pre-market highs of 980. Through 980 would be nice. And if we can get through that, let's see where we would go. So that is 90. So we're through that through 980, and that is 10. So next target ups are again like our 980 to 10, and if we can pop through 10, then we can target up towards 11. So right now, the at most target we should really only go for is probably 979 to 10, and then once it gets there, look for some consolidation, maybe some struggling, and then if it can break that, we'll go towards $11 on RHE. All right, and if we're really lucky, then maybe it goes for a 4-hour move, and that would be up to 13 almost, 1289 or so. Okay. All right, next one, this is OCGN. So OCGN, we're going to be slightly more long bias on for the day. The breakout level was here. That's where the breakout was today. All right, the next real new breakout would not exist on OCGN until you got up to 14. Did we already get there? 1466. So yeah, the next new breakout level would be pretty much up to 1466. Excuse me. All right, which is this green line here. So let's go take a peek. 14.6. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that was resistance. Sorry. So let's go back and take a look at that. You see this green line? So this morning, market breaks up over that 1330 breakout. It pushes up to 1467. Look what happened as it got to 1467, 1465. Down. So this morning, as this move is going up, we said that 1465 would be resistance. So it is resistance. Boom. So that's your breakout level. Okay. So for now, everything too is just a dip buy, hoping to get back to the breakout level. All right. So we're going to be watching OCGN more on the long side. And really, if you're long right now, your targets would only be back up to the pre-market high because that is in fact the resistance point of the daily chart deviation. Okay. And really, those are the stocks we're going to be watching. Again, RHE, VXRT, OCGN. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Then throughout this week, we're going to be having some good earnings coming up as well. So hope you guys learned something new. Hope the watch list helps you, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.